No. Login page access. Okay. How many members got? Yesterday I did, I told one modification. How many members did that modification? Anyone? No one? Don't want to do that, right? Okay, no problem. We will see later about that. And now tell me, what is the MongoDB? Why we are using MongoDB? Huh? To connect with the database, to store database, to store data we are using the MongoDB. And what are the things we are having in the MongoDB? It is a NoSQL later. And what we are having? Who are connecting with the MongoDB? Node.js will connect with the MongoDB. Why it is connecting with the MongoDB? Why? Why it is connecting with the MongoDB? Huh? To bring the data, right? To bring the data, yes or no? Yes or no, yaar? Yes? Okay. Now tell me what is the cloud environment for your MongoDB? MongoDB Atlas. Shall we start the class? How you have to create the data in your MongoDB, how you have to connect with the MongoDB, and how you have to create your data. Okay, your own data, how we are going to create, these all things we are going to learn each and every step, listen carefully. Okay, so first you have to open what is the cloud environment here? Please listen carefully, ma. So you have to go for what? Yes, here, this one. Here what you have to type? MongoDB Atlas. MongoDB Atlas. And here you are having first click. First one you have to click here. Then it will gives this page. Here you are having 3 dots, right? So here you have to sign in with your Google account. Okay. Which one you are having? That Google account you have to. Okay. It will take lot of time. Please wait for a minute. And I'm closing my Y means you have to see one more time, right? So we have to check it. So I'm closing this one and now you have to open with Google. Okay. Now you have to choose your Google account. Now you have to choose your Google account. See here, whatever that you want to use, that one you can use here. If you are creating the another account, it is better for you people. Otherwise, which you can use here account, you can. Okay, already I used this one and this one also. Only your college one only I didn't open. Okay, so I'm using one more account here. Give some time to log in this. Maybe not. Password was not correct. Hey, yes. So this is my account, right? So now, how many times? Just a minute. Yes. What is your primary goal? Learn MongoDB. Which one you want to select, you can select now. So each and every step, I already log in that MongoDB, but also why I am saying, why I am taking another Gmail and I am saying means you have to write the steps. You have to know the process, how you have to open in your with your account. Okay. So if you want to write, you can write. I cannot say one more time. Okay. Why means I don't have another mail ID. Okay. So what is your primary goal? How long have you been developing software with MongoDB? This one. So what you have to? More than a year. More than a year. And now, what programming language are you primarily building on MongoDB with? So which one? JavaScript, Node.js. You can choose as many as you want. So what you can here? Customer, something you are having here. So first one only I am going to select here. First one only I am going to select here. And the next one, will your application include any one of the following architecture model? So here if you are clicking, first one microservices, you have to click in this. Please don't make noise, listen properly. Okay. So when you are login with your mail ID, it will shows the page like this. Okay. So after this, here it will give some questions. In these questions, you have to fill this. If you are filling anything also okay. And if you are choosing this one also okay. Here it has to be choose these only. Okay. Customer and microservices you have to choose here. Okay. So later you have to finish it. Finish it. Then you have to go with free. Okay, if you are having money, you can. This is the free account. And later, who's that? Who's that? Why you people are making noise? Why you people are making noise, ma? So this one you have to. Later, what you have to do? You have to do free and then you have to see this one. Okay, name of your cluster. You have to give the name here. You have to give the name here. So whatever the name you want to keep for this one, you can keep it. Okay, so here I am giving your college name, L-N-K, and I am creating. Later I have to use what? L-N-K. After then create deployment you have to choose. Create deployment I have to choose. Now here it will shows these all things. Later we will go with this one. Okay. Set. And here you have to give the username. Here you have to give the username which is nothing but admin. Why we have to give the admin means this is the free version. That's why if you are giving the admin then only it will takes. Okay. Here username admin you have to give and the password also you have to give the admin only. Password also you have to give the admin only. Then you have to click on the create database user. Create database user. Then you have to use the close. Then you have to use the close. Then it opens MongoDB Atlas like this. Then you have to click on this. Already it was like that only. Now here you are having the project 0. Now you are having the project 0. So before going to that project 0, you have to go with, and here you have to click on the project 0. There it will shows database and network access. What we are doing? We are going to MongoDB Atlas. Once again I am saying MongoDB Atlas. Then you have to click on the project 0. Okay. And then here you are having left side database network access. Database network access. Then it will shows IP. Left side only in the network access it will shows what? IP access list. IP access list. Then add IP address. Then add IP address. Then it opens one page like add IP access from anywhere. Here it will shows this page. Here it shows this page. Then Allow access from anywhere. Don't give anything here. Allow access from anywhere you have to give. Okay, what you have to give? Allow access anywhere. Sit fastly, sit, make it fast. There it is a chair. Go and bring that chair, ma. Make it fast, make it fast. Don't disturb, please. Boys, you are listening? Yes or no? You have to, how you have to create your MongoDB account with the help of your Google account. There it will shows all the things, right? One page it will displays. There you have to give some question answers. There you have to fill up that one. Later you have to move to the another page. Then it will shows the MongoDB Atlas page. There it will shows project 0 something. So when you are clicking on the project 0, it will shows left menu side database and networks. Okay, if you are clicking on the database, then it will shows like this network access, IP access list. Then you have to click on the allow access from anywhere. What you have to click here? Allow access from anywhere. Allow access from anywhere and confirm. Then it is showing, right? Yes or no? So after that, you have to go to the this one, and now you have to choose project 0. Here it is showing some L&K, your college data, what we given that name of your cluster, that name it will give. Now you have to wait a minute. It is loading one more time. So now you have to click in this browse collections. First connect. So here you are having one code, see. So this code we are going to use. Before that, on that time I will explain you one more time. See here we are, you can see the total code here. So this is total backend code where you have to connect with the Node.js. To connect with the Node.js, we are using this total code. Okay. So now I'm closing this one. When it is very useful to you, when it is useful to you, then that time I will explain you one more time. Now here you have to go to the browse collections. Browse collections. Browse collections. Then connecting to L&K. Just a minute. Then it will give some create database. Here you have to click on what? Create database. Don't forget these all steps. Okay, you people are writing or not, I don't know, but you have to write. So create database. Now you have to give your database name. All the small letters only you have to give. Here I am creating one database name. That is what? That is MERN. I am creating my database name. And here you can give whatever the data you want to give, that one. So here I am giving employees only. And later what you have to do here? So here you have to give employee and then create database. Create database. It will create. Left side you can see here. Left side here you can see in the clusters. Here this is your name. And here you are having the MERN. If you are having the MERN, in this MERN you are having one table. That table is the employees table. That table is the employees table. The table is the employees table. Now you have to create what the data you want to. Okay, so these are the things you are going to do. So now if you want to add the data to your table, then you have to click here. Here we are having the plus symbol now. There you have to click. Then it will shows one internal page. Insert document. There it will shows one internal page. This is your programming. When you are clicking on these 3 lines, JSON programming, that is. Okay, when you are clicking on these 3 lines, it will shows like this. It will shows like this. MongoDB will be identified with the help of what? /ID. Already I told you in the before class. Yes or no? Here you can see slash id underscore id. Yes or no? Underscore id కనిపిస్తుందా మీ అందరికి? Yes or no? కనిపిస్తుందా లేదా? So that is the primary key for this MongoDB. All SQL queries we are using the primary key to give the unique values, but in the MongoDB we are using underscore id. So if you want to add the data here, if you want to add the data here, how you are going to add the data here? Here you are having the plus symbol. Yes or no? When you are coming to this line, it will show us one plus symbol. Now here you have to add field after id. Add field after id you have to. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Now what I am doing, I have to insert my rows. Okay, I have to insert my data. So first one is the employee, right? EID. Then when you are going right left arrow buttons, it will not work. When where you want to write, there you have to click. Now here you have to give your ID. So what is this data? You are having 111. So here you can change the data type also. Here you can change the data type also. Okay, now one more field I want to add here. So how you are going to add plus symbol? Now here I am giving my name, and here you have to give the name. Okay, employee 1. Otherwise rename 1, emp1, whatever the data you want to add you can. That is string only, right? So that one only. Now I am adding one more thing. Add field salary, and here I am giving data here some 1000, and this data is in the form of what? Maybe double, int, whatever you want to write you can. Okay, if you are writing the double, it will allow the point values also. That's why I'm taking as a double. Now if you want to add one more thing, add field, income field, any other field, can anyone? 3 fields I was added, no? Gender, okay, gender, is it okay? Gender, how you can add the gender? There you cannot select, right? Yes or no? If you are having that option, we will see. No, right? Timestamp, bison symbol, something we are having. Okay, how you can give that one? We will, that one also we will see. Okay, so here I am changing this one. What you can give here? Age. Okay, age. You can give the here. Why don't we give gender? Gender. You can write, right? Gender, some male or female you can write. String, that means okay now. It is okay, no? Yes or no? Then you have to use the insert. Yes, fetching documents. Now it was inserted successfully. This only, no? We are adding. If you want to add one more field, one more thing, one more document, then you have to go to the insert document. Now once again tell me where you have to go here. In these 3 lines, and here you have to click on the plus symbol. Now what is the first field we are having? EID. So what is the EID? Whatever the ID you want to give, you can give. Okay, and here you have to change the data int 32, and the next one is what? Another field. What is the field? name, and here I am giving some data emp2. Whatever the data you want to give here, that data you can give there. Okay, and field, and what is the next one? Sal, and here I am giving what? Some data, and later what we are having here? Some another field, that is what? Gender. So if you are giving the correct this type left side values, if you are giving correct, then only it will be inserted properly. Otherwise it will take another column to fill this one. Okay, so gender, and here I am giving some female, and I am inserting data. Yes. So here you can see second one also. Here in the place of documents, how many rows you are, how many documents you are entering, that one it is. And if you are typing here anything, and if you are writing something, suppose you are giving emp2, then you can write here find. So here it will be in EMP2 I am giving. Okay. So if you are clicking on the find, then it will gives the whatever the data you are having, that one it will shows you. Okay. Now I want to add one more thing. Now I want to add one more document. Now tell me, you people has to tell to me where I have to go here. Yes, 3 lines. Okay, I'm going. And here what I have to do? Here, this one. And what is the field? Add field. And what is the first thing? EID. And what is the EID we are having? 3. And here you have to change the data, right? So how you are going to change the data? Int 32. Okay. And later what you are going to give here? Add field. And here E name. And here EMP3. EMP3. And string only, that is add field. And here what you have to do? GSAL. And here you have to give the salary. And this one is the double, right? So we forgot to keep there. Yes or no? Add field after GSAL. Next one is what? E-gender. E-gender. Some male. And insert. It was updated. Yes. Now here you have to change in this modification, right? In this you have to do the modification, which where how we are going to update this one. So here you are having, right? This is the update edit document. This one you have to double. Okay. So later update. Yes. Finish it now? Yes or no? So how many documents we are having here? 3 documents we are having. So what is your name? Ellanki. And then where you have to go? What is your table name? Collection name what? Ellanki. And what is the table name? Okay. And here this is the process how you are going to add your MongoDB account. Okay. Now to bring this data, if you want to bring this data, so one more time you have to go here in project 0. We are having connect option. Project 0 after connect option we are having. So here in these drivers we are having one code. Already I told you people, yes or no? So view code, copy this code, copy, and this one please keep it aside in your notepad. And this code is very helpful to you. Without writing anything, you can connect with this MongoDB. Okay, Node.js is going to connect with the MongoDB, means you have to write this data. This code you have to write. And you have to do some modification. What modification we have to do, that one also we will see. Okay, so now this is the code. And what you have to write here? So what is your DB name? Now tell me, what is your DB name? DB name is what? So here, what is your DB name? DB name is what? Database name is what? MERN is your database name. That is your MongoDB name. Okay, this is your DB particular name. And here in this MERN, what is your collection name? Collection name. What is the collection name? Employees. What is your collection name? Employees. Employees. And what is your username? What is the username you have to write? Username admin. Why we are using admin? Why we are using admin? That is a free version. That's why if you are not writing anything, if you are not writing this admin, you will not get that one. Okay. And the password is what? Password is also a admin. Password is also a admin. Okay, these 4 things you have to remember. Now, whatever the data you are created, the data with what? Your MongoDB. This MongoDB data wanted by whom? React. This MongoDB data wanted by whom? React. How the React is getting this data from the MongoDB? With the help of the node. To write that code, to connect with the node, this one we need. Okay. And here we are having, and to connect with each one, you have to install here. What you have to install means npm install. Already we know about the modules. Yesterday Node.js module we learned, right? Express, CORS module and MongoDB module. We are having how many modules we are having here? 3 modules we are having here. So how you are going to write that one? So now tell me what you have to npm install, what you have to write? Express module, and later what you are having in the after that express, what you are having in the next space CORS module. Why we are using? To connect with the React we are using. Okay, so CORS module, and the next one is the MongoDB module. Okay, so express CORS module will be helpful to connect with the React. MongoDB module will be helpful to connect with the MongoDB. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? How you are going to create your data in your MongoDB? All clear? Yes or no? So where you are going in the first what you have to do? You have to go for the MongoDB Atlas. There what you have to do? You have to sign in with your Google account. Then it will show us one page. What it will show us? Here, there it will show us one page and it will ask some questions. What questions it will ask? What is your primary goal? What is the answer you have to give here? Learn MongoDB. Yes or no? How long have you been developed? More than a year. Whatever the information you want to provide, you can provide there. And the next one, what programming language it is? You are choosing JSON or Node.js you are choosing. And the next one, what type of data will your project use? Customers. Yes or no? And what type of data will your application include any one of the following architectural models? There it will display some models. There you have to use microservices. Then you have to click on the finish. Then deploy your cluster place. Okay, you have to click on the cluster page, and then you have to choose the third one, which is the free version. Okay, then you have to click on the free. Then you have to go for the configuration. There it will shows the configuration's name. Okay, name is what? Elunky. And there it will shows in the down what you have to give. You have to click on the create deployment. What you have to click here? Create deployment. You have to click. Later it will shows one page. There it will gives one username and the password. Then what you have to enter there? Admin, username admin, in the password is also a admin. Then you have to click on what? Create database user. What you have to click here? Create database user. Then you have to click on the close. Then you have to click on the close. Then it opens what? One MongoDB Atlas total page, home page it will display. You have to click on that left side, database and network access. Then it has to, you have to open what? If you are not writing, I'm not going to say to anyone when you are creating your own database. Okay, so database and network access. After that, you have to click on the network access. It will show some IP access. Then you have to click on the IP access list. Then you have to click on the right side, add IP address. What you have to click there? Add IP address. Then it opens one page, internal page, and it will show us what? Add IP access list entry. Allow access from anywhere. What you have to click there? Allow access from anywhere. And it will show us here. Then you have to click on the confirm button. Then what you have to go? Where you have to go? In the left side, you have to go MongoDB page. MongoDB Atlas is there. No, you have to click on the MongoDB Atlas. Then it will give home page and it will show us one project 0. Okay, there you have to click on the project 0. Then it will show In the down, connect, browse collections, and another option. You have to click on the browse collections. You have to click on the browse collections. Then it will display one internal page, and here there you have to click on the dismiss, and then the top right side you have to click on the create database. Right side you are having create database, then you have to click on that. Then it will show that database name and the collection name. There you have to click on the database name and the collection name. What the database name you want to give, what the collection name you want to give, you can give with the small letters only. Collection name is nothing but the table name, database name, all in the small letters only you have to give. And you are having one checkbox also there. Don't click on that checkbox. Okay, don't go with the checkbox. Last create DB is there. Click on that DB. Create DB. Okay, and left side it will show MERN. Okay, left side already I showed you, right? So MERN. Click on that MERN. If you are clicking on the MERN, then it will show here what? Your table name, collection name it will shows. And then right side you are having one symbol, add document. If you are clicking on the plus symbol, it will shows add document. And when you are clicking on the add document, it will shows one more internal page. There you are having 3 lines. You have to. It will display one JSON program, and if you want to add the data, you can use that 3 lines. There directly you can add. Otherwise, you can use that JSON program also. There also you can use here. Okay, there you are creating your data like EID, whatever the data you want to add, how many columns you want to add, how many rows you want to add. There you can use that plus symbol, and you can change the data type also there. There like that you are creating your DB. Now you have to connect with this, connect DB with this React. How we are going to create? In between we are having the node. First you have to write the node. So to connect with the DB, we are having one program, particular program. How we are going to get that one? If you are clicking on the LN clusters, it will show LN key, right? So in the down we are having the connect option. If you are clicking on that connect option, it will show one internal page. In that third option is the view. In the third option is the view. If you are clicking on that icon moving this side to this side, then it will show one code also. So you have to copy that code and you have to paste it in your Visual Studio Code. How you are going to create that one? I am showing now. Okay, I already copied that code. Yes or no? So what I have to do? I have to open one folder, new folder, and here I am using some data. Okay, so I am connecting. This is the backend code to connect with that DB, right? So I am writing that only bn some whatever it is backend. Okay, so now I am opening that one with the help of what? Visual Studio Code. Here I am going to use this one, and here new file, right? File, open folder, and desktop, and we are having bn backend, and I am using this one. Here I have to copy this one. So here I have to copy that whatever we are having, there you have to. Okay, so first what you have to install? You have to install your Express, MongoDB, and CORS module. Yes or no? So here view, terminal, and here you have to change what? Command prompt. Now how we are going to node? You are installing node and Express and CORS space MongoDB. Enter. And it was connected. Now I am creating one file here. Directly I am creating one file here in the backend. In the React.js only we are creating the project with the help of the command. Okay, and here I am creating one. Here I am having this one. So it was not, cannot find. So what? Yes, sorry. So what you have to do here? npm install or node install. Node or npm? npm install only, sorry. npm install Express. I forgot to tell that. Express CORS. After that, MongoDB. So we wrote, yes, now it will install. Yes, it was installed, right? So then it will shows like this. And here you have to create one file, that is the server.js file. Server.js file. Now here you have to do the copy paste of your program. Now you have to do copy paste of your program. I didn't. Okay, so nothing I did. Just I did the copy paste. Now you have to do some modification. That's it. Nothing more than that is there. So little bit modifications you have to do. What are those modifications? We will see here. So here first, what you have to do here? You have to bring the express. You have to bring the cos. These are all things, right? So what you have to do here? Constant. What you have to bring? Express equals to require. What you need, require of what you want to require. Express you have to. Okay, and after that you have to require what? You need what? You need cors also. Constant cors equals to require require spelling. Oh, here. Yes. Require. Okay. Now it is okay. Okay. Yes. Later what I have to do? Course you have to enable. Course. You have to. Then to store whatever the data we are getting from that backend, I mean DB, you have to store that data. You have to store that data. So for that we are using this one, constant app equals to how we are going to bring that data? With the help of the express, you are going to bring that data. And if you want to use that data, ఇప్పుడు దానికి ఏం చేసాం మనం? What we did up to now, we brought the express and cors. Why express and why cors? To connect with the backend, you are using express. Okay, to connect with the MongoDB, you are using here express. To connect with the front end, okay, front end ke kada data kavalsindi? Yes or no? We need the data for the front end only, right? So to connect with the MongoDB, we are using the express. To connect with the front end, we are using what? What is the middle one? Backend. We are writing on the program what? Backend. So that's why I'm connecting with the backend is in the middle, and we are having right side MongoDB, left side React, right? So to connect with the right side MongoDB, we are using express. To connect with the React, we are using the cors. So that's why I bring these two. Okay, later whatever the response it is giving from the MongoDB, I have to store that data. So that's why I'm using constant app express. So how I am bringing the data from the MongoDB? From the express only, right? So I am using this express. Now I have to utilize that data. Whatever the data I brought from the MongoDB, I have to utilize that data. So how we are going to utilize that data? App dot, how we are going to bring that one? App dot use of. Who's that talking? So how we are going to bring that one? Express dot JSON. How the data will come? With the help of the JSON, it will, in the form of the JSON, it will come. What doubt you are having, you can ask me directly. Don't talk. Is it clear? కనిపిస్తుంది అందరికి? Is it visible to all? Yeah. Okay, then later what you have to do? And it will be, you are bringing the data and you are using that data, and this usable data to visible to whom? Cors module, right? React కి పంపించాలి కదా? Yes, ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు? Why you people are talking there? Boys? Any doubt? Up to now you are having any doubt? No, right? No? Okay, thank you. And here, so here app dot use of what? Cors you have to right? Cors. For using this one, front end React, to give the React, we are using cors. Okay. Finished. అయిపోయిందా? Who are talking? Shall I? So what we did up to now, we created database what? Database with what? MongoDB. So now you have to connect with the backend, right? Backend has to connect with whom? MongoDB. So that's why we are writing some code here. Okay, to connect Node.js with the MongoDB, we are having Express framework. Okay, so whatever the data we are bringing from the MongoDB, if you want to give to the React, you have to connect with the CORS. Okay, so that only I wrote here. So total, this is the process. Later you have to write some get request also. I will write that one also. Up to now, write this one. So you need clear information for each and every line means you can use this one. Yes. So here you are having each and every line, what is what. So now write this one, write this one. So up to now, please remember this one. Later we will move to the next process. How you have to bring the data, how it will comes. Okay. Don't make noise. Yes, girls. Yes, girls. Only 17th line work. It is enough for up to 17th line. Okay. Remaining code total, you are copied from the backend link, right? So up to 17th line it is enough. So that is you have to write before the program. After the program, what you have to write, we will see. Don't make noise. Write carefully. Up to 17th line it is enough. Remaining code total will be copied from the MongoDB. Okay. So now you got the DB, you are having the DB, and to get the data, it will be available for your React. You have to write some code which is nothing but this one. Okay, whatever the data you are having, that data will be requested by the React. To get the data from the MongoDB, which one you have to, which asynchronous call you have to use? Get. So here app.get. Okay, whatever the data we are having here in the app only we are having, right? So app.get. So which table we are having? This is the endpoint where you have to connect. Okay, in the DB, Where you have to connect means this is the endpoint. How we are going to create the endpoint? Double quote slash whatever the name you want to give that name. Okay. And this is when you are getting the request asynchronous calls. There will be two things. First is the asynchronous and second one is the await. Okay. Async, await you have to write here. So async will have the two things. First one is the asynchronous call is get call is we are having the arrow function. In this arrow function, we are having the two parameters, which is nothing but request and response. Request and response. Request may be useful to give the request to the Node.js. Response to bring the data from the Node.js. We are using request and response. Request will request the data from the Node.js. Response, Node.js will give the data in the form of the response. Okay, so what that data we are going to use there, and same we are writing the data what we are having, where we are having. In the MariaDB we are having, in the employees collection we are having. Yes or no? So that only we are writing here. So here await of client DB client dot database is what? Marn, and collection is what? Employees, and you have to find the data. Whatever the data we are having, how we are bringing the data means that one will be in the form of the array. So that's why I am using there two array function. Okay. So what are these? So this is your DB name. What the DB name you created in your MongoDB. So that is the DB name Marn. And what is the collection name here? Employees. So dot collection of employees, and you have to find the data. Dot find, and how we are bringing the data in the form of the array. So whatever the data you are pushing, that one will be stored in the form of the array. So that's why I'm using this method to array method. To array method. And later we are having this is in the await. Okay, whatever the asynchronous call you are giving to the system, that one will be in the response of what? Await. Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So how it is going to store? In the JSON formation it is going to store. And here I didn't change anything. Okay, I wrote just the asynchronous call here. Async, get call and await. Okay, request and response I am going to get. So how I am going to get an I get. That's it. Later what you are having here, and to store this data, to get that data, you need one port number. In the before days, we are having one particular port number, but here, whatever the port number you want to give, you can give. This port number you are going to give to the postman. So, next we will see. Okay. So, here I am giving some port number, that is the 8000. Here you can give 8020, 8050, whatever the port number you want to give, that port number you can give. And later, just I am printing, it is coming or not for checking. Server listening to port number. That's it. This is the backend program. You have to run this program, then అలానే ఉంచి backend run అవుతానే ఉంటుంది, then you have to move to the front end program. So how you are bringing the data, how you are using this data in the React.js, that one you are writing in the front end. So that one also I am showing here. So this is the backend. Will you write this one? Yes, right. In that program only you have to write in at the last. Don't make noise, make it fast. Boys, don't make noise. Yes. What happened? Over? Shall we run this code? Yes. So how we are going to run your code? View, terminal, terminal. Yes, already it was. One more time. Yes. Node. What is your file name? Server.js. Yes, it was. So if you are connected successfully or not. So if it will display up to this message only. So if you are connected with the MongoDB successfully or not, you need one more software, that is the Postman. So that is the Postman. So for that, what we have to do, you have to download the Postman software to your system. Okay. So after installing that one, it will shows like this. When you are clicking on this send, then only it will gives the data to the front end. Then only it will gives the data to the front end. So then it will gives the response like this. Okay. So now, yes, if you are not listening, how you can get mark? Boys. So what software you have to install here? Postman you have to install here. So here you have to Postman download. Okay, already in my system it was downloaded. That's why it is not showing. Okay. Oh, so this is the Postman. You have to. Okay. If you are clicking on this Postman, it will shows like this to get the data. So here you have to copy this one and you have to give to your front end. So అదే కదా తెచ్చుకోవాల్సింది డేటాని. That only React.js only to bring the data, right? So it has to get the data. So that's why you have to use that get in the React. So what is the front end you have to, and means in the React how you have to write the program, we will see now. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Up to now it is clear? Yes? What you did up to now? Tell me. What you did up to now? First you created what? MongoDB data. Then you wrote the data for, you wrote the code for what? Backend. Okay, to connect with the MongoDB, you wrote some code. Then you wrote some asynchronous call, and that is the backend. So now this backend, from this backend, you have to bring the data to the React.js, right? For that, what we need? Postman we need what? Postman. Okay. So for that you have to download the Postman. So when you are downloading the Postman, then it will open from browser, right? So there you have to click that which port number you are giving in the backend, that port number you have to give there, and you have to create the link like http://localhost: that port number, whatever the port number you are given, that port number, and slash where which table, which one you want to bring, employees, customers, students, like that. We are creating a collection, so that collection name you have to give. Okay, after that you have to click on the send. Now how we are getting the data to the React.js, we will see with the program. Okay. So for this also we have to create one more folder, that is the another folder to write the program. You have to open that one in the Visual Studio Code. Already we created one program backend, right? Don't close that one. Just minimize that one, Visual Studio Code, and now open another Visual Studio Code. There you have to click on your folder, which folder you have created for front end. Okay. So here I'm using, and I'm not closing that backend here. So here, see, you can see this backend. I'm just minimizing this one. Why? Means it has to run back side. Okay, later you have to click on what? And one more folder, that is my front end folder. Here I am having some program. Okay, so what is that program? Here you can see this terminal I am closing here. So here to bring the data, from the data from the packet, you need one hook, that is the Axios. That is the Axios hook. That is the Axios hook. So I am downloading that one only. Okay. So when you are creating the project, then you have to install this library also. Like yesterday react iphone router iphone dom ఎలా మనం చేసామో ఇక్కడ కూడా అలాగే మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. దేని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి? Axios ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. Okay, why we are using this Axios? To bring the data from the backend. Backend కి కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మనం గేట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అనేది పాస్ చేయడానికి we are using the Axios. We are using the Axios. So that's why I am using that Axios. Import Axios from Axios, and later we are using here two hooks. First one is the use effect hook. Second one is the use state. Use state already you know to define the data. How we are bringing the data? That data will be cast by whom? Use state. And the second one is what? Use effect data. Use effect hook. Why we are using that use effect? Why we are using this use effect? In this use effect we are having two functions. We are having two parameters. First one is the arrow function. Second one is the dependency array. How we are bringing the data with the help of the array only. So whatever the data we are pushing into the MongoDB, అది ఎలా స్టోర్ అవుతుంది మనకు array formation లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. సో ఆ array మనం ఇక్కడ తీసుకోవడానికి యూస్ చేస్తుంది ఏంటంటే యూస్ ఎఫెక్ట్. We are using use effect. Is it clear to everyone? అర్థమైందా? ఇంకొకసారి రిపీట్ చేయాలి నేను. Is it clear to everyone? So whatever the data we are having with the MongoDB, not Mango, sorry, that is the MongoDB. Whatever the data we are having with the MongoDB creation వదిలేయండి. ఇప్పుడు మన దగ్గర ఎవరి దగ్గర ఉంది డేటా? MongoDB నుంచి క్రియేట్ చేసి డేటా రావాలంటే ఎలా రావాలి? How it becomes? With the help of the backend. So backend నుండి MongoDB కి కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే we are having Express. Okay. So backend నుండి front end కి కనెక్ట్ అవ్వడానికి we are having in between cars. So that one we are storing with the help of the app. In this app also we are getting the data with the help of the array. Okay. So data back MongoDB, from MongoDB backend it will get the data with the help of the array. Whatever the data we are pushing, that one we store in the array. So to bring that array, to bring that data, we are having here use effect hook. We are having here use effect hook. Okay, that one we are calling as here is the use effect dependency array. We are calling that one is the dependency array. So here, see what we wrote here. So get function only we are doing here. Yes or no? We are getting the data. Yes or no? So that only I am taking here get and constant employees and set employees. That is only my whatever the data I am bringing from that backend. That one will be stored in where? Employees. Okay. Later get employees and asynchronous call. Why we are using asynchronous call? Whatever the code we taken from the Postman, we are giving here. Whatever the link we are creating, no, there. So our link ఎక్కడ ఇస్తున్నాం మనం ఇక్కడ? Here in this asynchronous call we are giving. Okay, అక్కడ నుండి ఇక్కడికి కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. అక్కడికి ఎలా వచ్చింది? బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ నుంచి వచ్చింది పోస్ట్మ్యాన్ కి. పోస్ట్మ్యాన్ నుండి రియాక్ట్ కి వచ్చింది. Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? So this is the use effect, and later what we are having here, you are writing the code for your program. So where you are going to write your code? In the return. Say just whatever the data we are given, that one will be in the form of the table. So how many parts we are having in the table? We are having 3 parts in your table, right? T body, T head, T foot. Yes or no? So table header, table foot, table body. So here I am bringing the data like this. So how we are going to connect with this one? So already in the Postman I am sending this one, and here in this front end I am going to get the output. So how? Terminal view terminal. So here what I have to use here? npm run dev directly. Bo enter cheyacha directly. Okay. Yes. whatever the data we are having in my before thing. So already I created no, so that one only kotta mail ID enduku create chesanante meeku telvadam kosam. Okay, so this is the data will comes like this. Okay, only this is only the get function ma'am. You are having post, put, delete. Okay, to modify the data, to update the data, I am having here symbol, and to delete the data also we are having the symbol. How we are going to bring this one? So now see here, this one in this front end we are writing some code. See here. So this, from this only we are starting the table creation, right? So this is the table border, align, you know, cell padding, cell spacing also. Now I am creating what are the things I am having in my table. That one I was created. EID I am having, E name I am having, E salary I am having, E image I am having, and update and delete I need, yes or no. So that's why I wrote before, in the before sessions I need, that's why I wrote here only. Okay, and this is the table head. Okay, in the table head I need this information, I wrote this one. After that, T body. In this table T body I have to I want to display my data. Okay, so whatever the data I am having, it will take with the help of the map function. If you are having more than one value, we are using the map function in the arrays and JSON objects we saw already. Okay, here in this map function, what are the parameters we are having? Element and the index. How we are, why we are using the element and index? The data will be in the form of the array. So element and index. Okay, later I'm using element.eid, element.ename. Now the third one is what? Element E salary. Okay, so E salary, I want to give the rupee symbol. So how you are going to give the rupee symbol? This is one class, that how you have to bring that one, I will explain one more time. Okay, so this one I am using here. So to delete option, I am using this class. So whatever the special symbols, if you want to keep there, you have to use the I tag. Okay, if you want to use the special symbols in your table data, there you have to use the I tag. Okay, so this is the class name. Okay, and these class names I am giving for this E salary, E image, update and delete. Okay, so I included that one, that's it. After that, T foot I am not using, I am closing that one. That's it. I am importing this one, and after that I am importing this one in the main.jsx. In the main.jsx, what I wrote, just I was imported that get.jsx program. That's it. Nothing I wrote here. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Will you write the program? Do you want to see one more time the program? Answer, output. Is it clear to everyone? Yes? Now write the program. Now write the program. Here you are creating one more folder. There you are writing this program. Okay. And whatever the data you wrote in the backend, don't close that one. It has to be run backside. Voice. ఇప్పుడే కదా నాకు చదివేవాడు నాకు వెళ్ళి పోస్ట్ వీడియో ఇస్తారా ఇప్పుడే కదా పోస్ట్ ఉంటారు ఉన్న క్లాస్ టేబుల్ అది ఏం చేస్తావు అవి తీసుకొని ఏం చేస్తారు క్లాసెస్ Yes. That only, Ray. That line only, Ray. Yes, yes. What's your name? Right? Boys, don't make noise. To write the presentation logic, what we need? React fragment we need, no? But we don't write here. We didn't wrote here. Why? We didn't imported also here. React. Why? Huh? అడిగినా రాయడినా ఇంకొంచెం చిన్నగా వన్ మినిట్ పెట్టుకో ఒకసారి కలిసిపోతే కిందికి వెళ్ళిపోతావు నడిచే పడుతుంది ఒక్కొక్క స్టెప్ లెక్క పెట్టుకుంటాం చూడండి ఎట్లా వస్తున్నాడు వాడి కళ్ళకి చెప్తుంది ఇప్పటికీ మన ఇద్దరం బాగా అయిపోయి How many people attended here, boys? How many people attended our Friday class? Friday. Such a one. Friday. So make noise. So this is only you are writing, right? Yes. Make it fast, boys, girls. Cell padding, cell spacing. Yes, ma'am. Boys, if you are not willing to sit here, please leave the class, ma'am. Yes, you can leave now. You are saying yes, no? Leave. Yes, boys. I need pin drop silence, ma'am. Girls. Boys. You are saying about the keep quiet, but you are not. That's it. In between, you have to go with the postman. Without postman, you cannot get the data from the backend. So you have to download the postman must and should. There also it will ask the credentials. What credentials you are having, with that credentials you can bring the data. Okay. So please make it fast. So did you finish it then? Will you write that output also? Yes. So in the back end, if you want to see the output, what you have to use there? Node space file name. Okay. If you want to see the output here, just normal things, npm run div. You know already in the React.js how to do that. So that's it. Enter. So this is here. Okay, if you want to do the modification, you are having the update column and the delete column also. Okay, so this is your program output. So did you wrote anything in your React.js program? Did you wrote anything in your React.js program, ma? Nothing you wrote, right? So just how you have to display, how you want to display the data, that's it you wrote here. So you didn't wrote any information here. It is bringing the data, how it is bringing the data? With the help of this local host name. Okay, so where you get this one? From the postman you are getting this one. Okay, so in the postman who will connect this 8000 is there, no? 8000 port number is there, no? That port number you are having in where? Backend. So backend, from the backend postman is bringing the data, that data whatever the portal number we are here, link we are having, that link we are providing in the front end React.js program. So then you are getting the data. Nothing you wrote here. Just you are creating the MongoDB and the data will be stored in the form of the arrays, and you are bringing the data to the backend. From the backend, with the help of the postman, you are bringing the data to the React. You are connected with the MongoDB now. So don't close the backend. When you wrote the backend, don't close that one. After running your program, if it is successfully, and just what you have to do, minimize that. It has to run backside. If you are closing that one, it will not come. Okay, you have to open the new Visual Studio Code, then you have to write the front end program, then you have to run this one. Okay, so after writing the backend only, you can write the front end, then only you can run your program, then you can see the program output. Is it clear to everyone? So in between what you have to do, you have to install the postman also. Okay, then you have to create the link with the help of the portal number, which portal number you are given in the backend. Is it clear to everyone? Shall we see the question paper? Shall we see the question paper? New drive. We didn't check that, right? So this one. What, madam? This is not information. Here you are having questions. Yes. Which MongoDB method is used to insert multiple documents? Insert one, insert many, add, create. Add. Which operator is used for conditional queries in MongoDB? Huh? Zoom చేయమంటున్నారా? ఓకేనా? ఓకే, ఇంతకన్నా జూమ్ అయితే నేను చేయలేనప్పా. Give me a second. You are offline. Why?